Hi, today I'd like to discuss, well, not really discuss, but just a monologue. I find it deeply moving when I see young parents today, how much they want to give the best to their children. There are some follies they need to overcome, but that's so with every generation. But parents today have a tendency either to over parent or to grossly under parent. What do I mean by that? I simply mean when it comes to giving their children the best in terms of opportunities, they could eventually overload the child with all sorts of activity. And you run around town every day before and after school just to make sure that they get that extra class. On the other hand, their parents will say, no, they'll find their way. They'll grow up. But really, it's more of the former. Parents do overload their children today. They want to get them to do something good in their lives. And there's nothing wrong in that. Except that this is a matter of two lives. Not just the parent, but also the child. And the child of the 21st century, you know what? They tend to create an aura of bravado around them. I can do it. Whatever my mom and dad tell me to, I can do it. And they're burning inside sometimes. Because that effort to live up to the expectations of their parent is so demanding on them that they don't want people to know what they go through. They don't want the parent, especially the parent, to know what they're going through. And so there's a smile. But they're hurting inside. Parents' sensitivity is extremely important because this attitude results in children being unable to express themselves. That's the final outcome. Children cannot express their real feelings. I'm talking about, oh boy, can they express themselves? In various ways. Their emotions need to be able to express their emotions. Sad, happy, good. It's extremely important that there is an outlet, there is a valve to this whole communication, this whole situation. Mind you, they don't just struggle with things that are only, negative. They also get carried away with what is expected of them in terms of happiness and anticipation. It's true. When they know the parent wants them to feel happiness about a particular thing, they would be happy. Oh wow, we're going there. Oh wow, we're doing this. Fact is, they don't really like to do that. But they're bottled up. Needs a lot more interaction between parents and the child, a lot more listening between parents and the child. And parents today, quite frankly, don't have that much of patience and they don't have that much of time. Yeah. And so they need to, whatever time you have with your child needs to be used to the best of your ability. Because it's important that children don't fall into this trap. They'll end up being afraid of something and you won't know why and how. They will end up using crying like a small child does. And it quickly learns, once or twice it quickly learns that crying leads to getting them something. And as we all know, children are the father of man. Yes. When they know a particular behavior results in a particular thing, they will apply it any time. So it becomes a habit-forming mechanism. And that cycle has a potential to repeat itself whenever they want to. If you don't want your child to resort to such tactics, it's important that you understand the child at the end of the day looks for approval. And that approval can come with you handling correction in the right manner, with you handling excitement in the right manner, with you handling your communication with others in front of your child, especially when you have this tendency to lie, small lies, very small. Tell them I'm not there. Who called? Tell her I'm not there. And the child gets into the habit of repeating. At the end of the day, the child looks for approval from their parents. They look for approval from their parents. They look for leadership from their parents. So therefore, you need to be realistic with your child. You can't promise your child that his or her fears are unrealistic, that he or she won't fail in a test, or won't fall in a particular exercise or game, or won't hurt themselves, or that people won't laugh at them. But you can express confidence in your child's ability to handle those situations. This particular walking alongside your child, holding your child's hand, not covering him or shielding him from harm or her from harm and anxiety, not shielding them. It gives them confidence that your expectations are realistic and that you're not going to ask him or her to do something he can't handle. And you have confidence in them to get the job done. It's all about trust.